Actually, the Ultima 2 series is a brand new series from scratch. It's been 8 years since the original Ultima series. And we looked at it, approached it as if there was an Ultima series. What would we do today with the outcome of all of our research in the last years? And the configurations were mostly the same, still the optimum thing. For the Salon 2, a 4-way system with 3 woofers. The Studio 2, really a scaled-down version with a 3-way system. For the Voice 2, it's really the configuration that works properly for center channel to have good dynamic capability, so that basic topology remained the same. However, for surrounds, 8 years ago we were using mono, low-quality surrounds that were just a typical or occasional flyover little ambience. Now that they're discrete, higher quality channels, the mixers have thrown everything at them in terms of audio. So you really have to have a very high quality loudspeaker with timbre that matches the front speakers really well. Otherwise, the sound that, even if it's mostly focused on the front channels, will be degraded in the room. So that required a monopole 3-way loudspeaker, so it would have optimized dispersion, and that's the Gem 2, which can be used either on the wall as a surround, or since it's a high quality 3-way monopole, it can be used as a front loudspeaker either on the wall or on a stand like this, with lots of adjustability for the boundary conditions and even to tilt the main acoustic lobe. The new Ultima series, and in particular the Salon 2 and the Studio 2, are a great example of form-following function. We didn't hire an industrial designer to say, ooh, I want this swoopy front, and this rounded back. Instead, it's what's the best shape for performance. And we know from our research that the far-off axis response is just as important as the direct sound. So we optimize the output, or the response, up to 60, 75 degrees off axis, and that means super low diffraction, and even the shape of the entire cabinet contributes to the optimized dispersion. In fact, between the baffle, the cabinet, we've got a new tweeter diaphragm profile, and our 3rd generation waveguide. Put all those things together, and we no longer need a rear tweeter in order to have optimized power response in the room. The baffle shape, as I said, is designed for minimized diffraction and best dispersion, and the body of the cabinet is actually composed of multiple layers of MDF that are bonded together and then bent in this shape and then cured while they're held in jigs in this shape. So it's very, very strong, inert kind of cabinet that's not contributing anything to coloration. The port's now located on the bottom, since we otherwise would have had to have taken what would look like a bite out of the side of the loudspeaker. We didn't want to do that. And it also allows you to build them in an installation into a baffle, and there's still output from the port if it's not crossed over to a subwoofer. We've looked at the spouse approval factor, and fortunately that was very consistent with what you need for optimized acoustics. They can be played without the grills, of course, and you see there's no visible attachment points for the grills. We have acoustically transparent grills which are magnetically attached. So there's no acoustic compromise, and there's no visual compromise, and they continue the shape of the enclosure. That's the case for all of the models, that they're magnetically attached and very transparent. The Studio 2 is really just the baby brother to the Salon, not quite as liquid and pure in its transition from the mid-range to the tweeter, a little less dynamic capability, a little less low-frequency extension, but still a great value. The targeted retail prices, by the way, are $22,000 a pair for the Salon 2, $16,000 a pair for the Studio 2, $8,000 for the Voice 2 plus stand, and $5,000 each for the Gem 2. So each of them remain really tremendous values since we've taken this leap in performance as shown in our double-blind listening test, they really compete against speakers that are many times the price. We've taken a very sophisticated approach to the transducer design, where we have inverted titanium domes. We also are using dual neodymium magnet motor systems, and we're doing all the sophisticated tricks for distortion reduction, including compensating for the fact that as a voice coil is cutting through the magnetic lines of force, it tends to try to drag them along with it and introduce distortion. We're able to stabilize that already optimized magnetic field and keep the distortion low. The result of all of these things that we've done to lower distortion is that it's as if you're lowering the noise floor or getting real video black instead of gray. And so, the quiet parts of the music and the spaces between the notes, really become magic. It's very clearly audible. At the other end of the scale, the Ultima 2 systems play considerably louder than the original Ultima systems. So they're suitable for larger theaters if they're used in that kind of an environment.